and Theo is going to cut and color my hair today.
Yeah. Sterre, it's a long time.
Yeah, it's my fourth or third time.
No, I think the fourth time that you're here. But it's a long time since you were here. And
Last
you
time
cut your own hair in the
Yes.
meantime. And you want a nice bob. Bob.
Yes.
A bob.
A
Can you turn for them so they see your hair? I take a lot of the weight on the back. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah.
Hello friends on YouTube, Cut&Color Sterre's hair, and yeah, a long time since she was modeling for me. The last time she was platinum blonde and looked like Marilyn Monroe. You can always find her because she's the only Sterre on my account.
Star.
The only star. Yeah, she's the only star also. Of course, I use protection. This to get rid of all the small hairs that even can fall into the clothes, and it always provides me a clean cape because the skin don't touch the cape. Now Sterre wants the color a bit lighter with more diversity in it, and she wants an A-bob because there's a lot of weight on the back. Get to look what the front does, and a cutter and a wood hot scissor, of course. Start by wetting the hair and comb it out.
Ik denk dat je met mijn haar ook wel een hele goede ethische look kan maken.
Heel mooi zelfs. Maar je bent ook als classical mooi. Dat is een nieuw product voor je, dat ik gebruiken. Extra voor je make-up.
Wat?
Ja, dat is een nieuwe condition.
Om het fluffy te maken?
Nee, om het niet fluffy te maken.
Oh ja.
Om de fluff eruit te halen. To have a bit wet hair because the hot tools deliver 140 degrees Celsius into the hairs, and by doing that they seal the hairs and the ends. So they stay close for more than 4 months. So that's why I need that moist. I start myself the skull bone.
Moet ik mijn oorbellen even uit?
Nee, schatje. And the skull bone makes the A-line. So there I can find the lines I need. So now I show you the parting line. I parted on the skull bone. The skull bone is the same length line of the chin line, because I need this. I want to have the length on the implant, so I start there and then get to the front, because she wants to have length on the front, and I want to get this line into her natural lines. So I start in the first line, holding it in the same line as the parting line. I do this on both sides, so go to the left and go to the right. Then I part the hairs in sections, bend them over, lifting my fingers up, because I need the length to the front. Taking a line on it, do the same, but still pointing at the center of her neckline. Go to the other side, do the same, bending my fingers up. The underline, I just, in a freehand style, with a scissor or counterfeit, take away the small neck hairs. Always get to be aware that the TCC1 Care Cutter Jaguar is a hot scissor, So it's 140 degrees Celsius, you don't put it on the skin. Take a new line on it, set the hairs aside, and now I go to this line. So I take them back to the back, watch where I can go, it's behind the ear, take away the front a bit, not too much, because then I have the right ends off. Now I know that I have to go there, so I go with my hair to the other side. I'll show you that. Because it's also curly hair, so I need to be aware that it curls up, go to behind the ear, in the opposite lines. Start there and work my way to the front. Now I'm certain that I have length enough, and when it curls up I go connecting to the neckline, and that's the most important thing. Same of course I do on the other side. Now I know where to go, so I go to the back of the ear, holding the natural lines, stay working in the A-line that are parted, and connect all the hairs. On the center, take the hairs up, lifting them up, and give them a small playable effect so they connect to each other. Now I'm certain that when the hair jumps up, they have a beautiful line. So now I can work. When you work with a TC1 care cut, you have to wet between. Knowing where my line is, go to the other side, just take the whole part between the fingers, get it over the rounding, hold your fingers behind your ear, and use the skull as a guide. The roundings of the skull are the most perfect lines there are, and it's always good to know which certain lines there always are into a hairstyle, and skull is one of them. You never get lost of the skull. The same on the other side. I'll show you that also. I connect all the lines this way. Lift the hairs over to the other side, using the roundings of the skull again. And now I have my baseline for this hairstyle. Again, go in the center, lifting up, give it a playable effect, so we can more jump up in the neckline. Also, be aware of the parting line. Go on the center, do the same, straight up. And the hair already feels a lot better than when we started, because the condition of working with the TC1 care cut is wonderful, and the hair stay close for more than 4 months. That's also very important. So I do all the hair till I get to coming on the ear, seeing the lines laying beneath, knowing where made the cut, pull the hairs to the back, you can see the cut here. Point my fingers to the center line of her skull and gently travel up till I get on the parting lines, on the last cutting lines, and give it a slight graduation. So I lift them up, and just gently graduate a bit. Curly hair mostly curls the best when it's a blonde line, so don't make too much variation in it. Girls love to be together. Take your line on it, stay working in the same parting line, so this line is still the chin line. Go to the back, catch the front line. So you see there's not much going on off the length. But on the back there's going off more. Go back and give it a graduation. This gives it a playable effect. And now you see the shape coming of this wonderful A-line bob. And the nice thing is you see also that the dry ends will certainly be gone, because that's the most important thing. To get a good hairstyle you need to have good hair. I start with graduation now on the back because you see the dry ends. Just turning the hairs so they get more jumpy effect. I turn them to the outside. Go back one more time. And look at the wonderful shape this is. And how wonderful she is, because she's a beautiful young lady. Coming to the last lines. This side, again, go in with the graduation. Lifting the hairs up. And now all the dry ends are gone. Tap back, watch. We can make some small adjustments. Will be not much, but sometimes a bit sticks out because it's curly hair. Look how wonderful this line is. So now go to the other side. Free this side, the right side. Part in the same line as the chin line. Now you see the most of the weight lays to the left side because her natural folds are that way. Now I don't want to change that a lot. And this is also the part where the most hair is. The left side is a little less thick. Pull the hairs to the back, pointing with my upper hand to the center lines of the skull. First line is just a cutting line. Take a new line on it. Now I can start with my graduation. Lifting the hairs up, turning my fingers around, watch the cutting line. And by turning the hairs around, you get that nice jumpy effect on the back. Always watch at the natural lines. And the A line to the front, takes also the upper lines of the chin line, so not only the underlines but also the rounding of that. I bring this rounding always into my hairstyles because I love it a lot and it gives a nice effect and it stays nice for a long time. Especially when you have this scissor, yeah, you can take a person into 4 months and then still wonderful hair. Especially for those who want to grow the hair, you never get split ends, that's why the hair grows faster and you're feeling. It's not that the hair grows faster, but it doesn't break off. So that's the most important thing. And your hairdresser don't need to cut off much. And there comes with it that is also feeling very, very sexy. Hair that's being cut with a hot scissor or a hot tool, like the hot razor of Ego, feels ultra sexy. Now, to be sure that if she goes swimming, the lines stay nice in the same frame, I go a bit over the center line, take a little bit of the hairs of the left side to the right side, show you that a bit from the side, take them over and connect them to the line of cutting. So when she goes swimming, I'm certain that this hair never is in the way. When the parting line is a bit off the natural fall, it always connects. Lay the hairs back, and because it's curly hair you don't see it anymore. Going to the front, over the center. I take the hairs down and only this dry, and in the front I take off. Now this is the haircut of Sterre, and Sterre wants also to light up her hair a bit, not too much, and put some highlights in it. I think dark hair also suits her very well because it's very nice to the skin tones. But summertime in Holland, so she can always come back to have a darker hair color. Sterre color, and the color is a 912, so it's a cool natural blonde. Made it with sturdy volume. And it's a color of attitude. And in the front, only because it's the front, I take some highlights over it. Of course, put on protection, put on my plastic foil and my own clubs. Starting on top, applying the color. And the colors of attitudes are very creamy and ultra soft. Ammonia free, paraben free. And so do all our hair. I applied all the color on my hair, so now I lay the hairs back in the natural shapes. Because I'll give her on the left side some highlights, just to give it the extra effect, and I put the highlights over the color, so they will always be in line with each other. Get to the natural lines. You already see the color lighting up.
Heel snel bij mij.
Ja.
Het gaat zo snel inderdaad.
Ik moest ook echt heel erg uitpassen met mijn haar donker verven, want mijn haar pakt gewoon echt intens.
Het lijkt al bijna gewoon, ja.
These are mostly the money makers. Take one part out, Don't go to the first part because you don't have to get that deep in. Lay back on the hairs. And only take 2-3 of these lines, not more than that, just the effect. Now in Sterre's case, I leave this open, so I let it the way it is and just light it up, because then I know that less damage is on the hair, because all the products can go freely out, and she certainly colors very light. So we'll be back. It's arrived, you can hear that, we're working. And we are back from coloring, to put on the cape again. From Lacme I use rings. Rings nurses the hairs and the curls. With a large comb, with big feet, comb the hairs. I'm going to dry it with a diffuser. I just dry the hairs in the natural curls. Leuk als Sterre deden we dat.
Ja, dat is echt lang geleden.
Ja, maar ik hou heel veel van je.
Oh.
Het is heel fijn om met jou te werken. Jij hebt zoveel mooie innerlijke rust. Je bent heel fijn om bij te zijn.
Ja, ik vind het ook heel fijn, iets blijft.
Ja, fijn, dankjewel.
Ik zeg ook altijd tegen iedereen dat jij wel echt de beste kapper en zo bent. En heel fijn persoon, ja. Ik doe het ook graag.
Nou, lief, dankjewel. Maar jij bent ook een mooi mens.
Ja.
Erin en dan wordt het wel echt heel mooi.
Ja.
Het mooie van dit is, het duurt eventjes, maar dan heb je ook al een hele mooie losse komen. Take some time, but you have something special. And to nurse the hairs, I use the most wonderful oil in the world. It's from Lanza.
Het voelt gewoon zacht als jij eraan zit.
Ja.
Zo ook het zelf, ja, zo grappig.
Plaatsvervangend voel jij het zacht
Ja.
zo'n beetje. Zeg maar, ja.
And especially the smell of the Lanza oil is exciting.
Really nice.
Yeah. This is the new hairstyle, new color of Sterre. I will make photos of her. I thank her for being my model again. I thank you for watching. Till next time. More than welcome. Ja, je mag Sterre. Een momentje. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm Sterre and Theo is going to cut and color my hair today.
Yeah. Sterre, it's a long time.
Yeah, it's my fourth or third time.
No, I think the fourth time that you're here.
Yes.
But it's a long time since you were here. And
Last
you
time
cut
was-
your own hair in the
Yes.
meantime. And you want a nice bob. A
Yes.
bob.
Yes.
A bob.
Even.
Can you turn for them so they see your hair? I take a lot of the weight on the back. Okay, Okay, thank you very much.